I hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. If you're new to my channel, then make sure to subscribe because we have very exciting stuff happening on my channel. For the most part, it's me being a mom and fighting lupus, but the most recent exciting news is that I am becoming a mommy of 3. Today, I have been looking for this exciting video that I'm doing today. It is a Q&A. I asked you guys to go ahead and send me your messages, whether it's commenting or DMing me, and you guys did. A lot of you found me on Instagram as well, so I have a few questions that I am gonna take from those platforms and I will be answering them right now. Let me go ahead and get hydrated. All right, the very first question is, do you have a favorite TV show? Yes, I have multiple favorite TV shows. I like to call them guilty pleasures, but my #1 favorite TV show, and this was way before that it got like popularized where everybody had it as their favorite TV show, but it is TV show Friends. And you're probably not surprised by that because I feel like every female's favorite TV show is Friends. But I really am. I thoroughly enjoy Friends. I had a 30th Friends birthday party. I have tons of Friends cups. My pregnancy announcement for this 3rd baby was a Friends TV shirt, Friends shirt, and I love the show. I think it feels to me like it's a comfort thing. I think growing up I was just inspired by everything in that show and the friendships and everything like that. I came from a background where I didn't really have parental guidance. I didn't have a mom and dad, and so I thought it was very neat that these family members, aka just all friends, came together and became one happy family. My guilty pleasure shows though that I watch from time to time is 90 Day Fiancé, 600 Pound Life, and I like the YouTube channel Adventures with a Purpose. I love anything that's mystery and having to solve things. What do I feed my daughters is the next question, and honestly it varies from day to day. Sometimes they want pasta, another time they want fried rice, and I am gonna be doing a what we eat in a day video. I'd love to share that more in depth with you guys. Next question, what did you think or felt about 2020? This is very interesting because I think my perspective or my idea of 2020 was a whole lot different than a lot of other people's, and I only say that because I've heard so many people come into 2021 and say, well, let's just hope this year is better than last year. Last year sucked. 2020 was just, it just wasn't it. And for me, I just had a whole different outlook. I think it's because of the introvert that I am. One, I didn't mind staying home as much because, again, I am an introvert. And I saw it as a major opportunity for growth on my side. I knew I wanted to publish my first children's book, which I did on Amazon by the end of 2020, so I felt accomplished there. And on the side, I do like some marketing work for realtors or small businesses, and I knew that this was a chance that I could help those people out because they were all having to work from home, and it increased my likelihood of working because they wanted to expand their market online, and that's something that maybe I could have helped with. And so I saw it as a huge opportunity, and I was also thankful that my husband got to be around a whole lot more because the year before that we hardly saw him, and he just did not get a lot of time with the girls, one-on-one time. And I was at home and I was just really struggling, and I was starting to get stressed out, you know, mentally I was declining, and for him to have to stay home during 2020 and for a huge chunk of that day, I got a break, I got a breather, and then he got some more one-on-one time with the kids. And so there were a lot of good things that actually came out of 2020 for us personally. I know my husband, he wasn't a fan of 2020 because he is a football coach, and so his season didn't happen last year, so that was definitely a bummer. But for me personally, I was able to just really focus on what I was doing because I had more time. Next question, what do I love about pregnancy? There's so many things, you guys. So, I mean, I love the fact that after I get past the morning sickness and nausea and everything, that I could almost eat whatever I want and get what I want. And I say that because usually my husband and I, we meal prep. He's a very good budgeter and he likes to get almost like the same stuff every single week. And so we meal prep the same stuff all the time. But when I'm pregnant and I'm like, oh, I need some Thai food or something like that, he's like, all right, well, I'll pick some up on the way home from work. And I'm like, really? Like, it's just such a good special treat. But that's one thing that I super duper love. Something else that I personally have enjoyed while being pregnant is the fact that I hardly get any lupus symptoms. And that's just based off of my last 2 pregnancies. My lupus flares like diminished and I felt normal. And that was something that was just so nice for me because I constantly had energy. It was just different for me because a lot of people, when they're pregnant, they say they don't have energy, but this was just newfound energy that I got when I was pregnant and I felt great. What would my reaction be if I had a boy, and what would my reaction be if I had a girl? I mean, I could just say that as long as the baby's healthy, that's all that matters, and everybody knows that. Everybody wants and prays for a healthy baby. I mean, that to me is just all that I truly want. But I can tell you that if the baby is a boy, I'm just gonna be so ecstatic, more so for my husband, because I know that he's really longing to have a son. And I don't know how he would feel if we had another daughter. I know that he's gonna love her and everything, but I want to feel like, you know, his wife, that I'm able to give him a son. And he's a football coach. I know that has been his dream, you know, if he did have a child, to have a son so he can coach his son in football and things of that nature. So in the back of my head, that I am very hopeful for that. And so I feel like if I found out it was a boy, that excitement would be for my husband. If I found out it was a girl, I would just be ecstatic. I mean, I have 2 girls right now, and I always feel like everything happens for a reason, and I've lost all of the most important women in my life, my grandmas, my mom, and my great aunt to dementia, the lady that raised me, and I've just lost all of these important women. And I felt so alone since then. And so for me to have, you know, a new little girl come into my life, I just feel like it's such a blessing and it's just meant to be. And that's just what it is, you know. My daughter Olivia, she's named after my great aunt that raised me. And my daughter Cora is named after one of my grandmothers. And I think I'd like to continue on my personal tradition if it is another girl. Where did I meet my husband? Good question. So this is kind of a funny story. I won't try to make it linger on, but I met my husband, I was 14, just turned 15 years old. And I won't tell you how old I am now, but we've been together for like 15 years. But I met him when I was a lot younger. He was playing football in high school, and he was my brother's best friend. Yeah, so that's kind of how I met him. And I just remember I went to go meet my brother at football practice, and I just saw these fish lips through a helmet, and I fell in love with those fish lips, and I still call them fish lips to this day. What are my plans for this coming year? I kind of already touched base on that, but my plans for this upcoming year, I really want to save money. I really want to make something big happen for us in 2022, and I don't want to feel like I've failed. finding work and things like that, it's been actually difficult. I thought it was going to be a lot easier during the pandemic due to the fact that I can do a lot of online things, but it's been very difficult to find work. I've considered going in and getting a full-time job because it kills me to see my husband just work so hard and be so tired at the end of the day, and it makes me feel so guilty. But I am working so hard. I do, again, I want to focus more on my writing, and I want to stay connected on YouTube, and I want to plan out some getaways, some trips to go and visit people that we just don't get to see. We have a few friends in Oregon I would love to go and visit. I keep thinking about going to San Diego as well. I have a friend there, but I also want to go to the San Diego Zoo or SeaWorld. I actually used to work at SeaWorld as a trainer, so I'd love to just go there and show my kids around. But I think this year just means a lot of self-monitoring and self-healing and health, and focusing on me and the baby and my relationship. What is the country of your dream? There are a couple countries that I've always kind of daydreamed of going to, and I've always wanted to go visit England. And you guys are gonna think the reason is silly, but I grew up just drinking a lot of English tea, like the old-fashioned way, where you get like the breakfast tea, and then you put the cream or the milk and sugar in it. And I just always wanted to go to like a real tea party. And I know that sounds silly, but it's just something that I've always wanted to do. And then I've always wanted to go to Ireland because of how green it is, and it just brings a lot of peace to me mentally just to see tons of green, and I love the accent, and I would just love to be able to go there. But I'm terrified of flying long distances, and so I just don't think that it's really ever going to happen. What is my ethnicity? My ethnicity is Irish. The last name Milligan is very Irish, and that's on my dad's side. And then my mom, and from my mom's side, I'm 3 parts Indian. So I'm like Cherokee, Blackfoot, and like something else. I don't know. It was enough to get me financial aid and health insurance growing up as a kid. I just know that, and some financial assistance with school when I got older. But that's my ethnicity that I know of. I've always wanted to do the 21andMe DNA thing, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's very misleading and it's not very accurate. And so I would love to ask my primary doctor in the future if I could actually get my personal DNA test done with my own blood, and so I know that it is accurate. But that's what I am. When I tan, I get very tan. That's from the Indian side. I used to get so many compliments with how olive skin tone and like how beautiful it was. And since I was diagnosed with lupus, and now I'm no longer to go out and lay in the sun and do any of that, and I have to stay covered up, you see a lot more of my Irish skin tone, and it's just very white. And so usually I just get like some self tanner from Ulta, and I just put that on my skin to make me feel pretty. What is my favorite social media app? And that one's easy because it's YouTube. I'm constantly on YouTube, and I swear it's not just checking my own channel out, but I'm always on YouTube when I'm doing my hair, when I'm cooking, I am watching something. And so watching or listening to something, I play my affirmations at night, I watch things in the morning time. I'm always on it. Like if you saw my hours and watch time, you'd be like, wow girl, you need to go to rehab for watching YouTube so much. But other than YouTube, it's the standard. I go from YouTube to Instagram to my personal Facebook page to stay connected with close people like friends and family. But those are my go-to ones. I guess I'm pretty basic. If you enjoyed this kind of video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and turn on your post notifications. Make sure you're subscribed, and let me know what videos you would like to see on my channel next in the comment section down below, and I will be talking to all of you guys soon. Remember, I'm doing my best to post Monday through Friday, and if I don't, I'll let you guys know. Okay, bye.